Welcome to Quarantine Fun with Auras. It's all about fun, so today our fun thing to do is learning how to garden. Any containers that are in your house can be used for planting, such as paper bowls, plastic bowls, or any other containers. First, what you're going to do is make some holes inside the container to help drain the water. In order to make holes in a plastic bowl, you need to take any metal object or any metal tool, heat it up over a candle, and poke some holes. In this size container, you will have to make around 6 small holes and make sure that it's evenly spread out so that way there is no water collecting in the corners. I have made 6 holes in the plastic container, which was really fun and easy. Now I'm going to make 4 small holes in a paper bowl because this container is very small. And you can do this by using any scissors, knives, or even a screwdriver. There's some spicy planting coming up. During this process, we will need to use gloves. This is green chili and red dried chili. For the green chili, make sure you cut the chili open and take the seeds out with either your thumb or a knife. Now for the red chili, we need to break the chili open and take the seeds out in a separate container to make sure that the seeds don't get mixed up. After that, we need to take some soil from the garden. We're going to also get some water and pour it over the soil to make sure that the soil is nice and moist. As you can see, the soil is now very moist and is ready to use to garden. We're going to fill this container with 3/4 soil. Now that we've filled the pot with 3/4 amount of soil, we're going to put some seeds in. Half of this pot will be for green chili and the other half will be for dry red chili. We're going to sprinkle the seeds on half of the pot, and as you can see, there's no technique. We're just sprinkling over evenly. Make sure you don't put too many seeds, as then there won't be enough space for the plants to grow. And for marking, we're going to put 1 green chili. Now we're going to put the red chili seeds in the pot. We are going to take all the seeds, gather it up in one corner, and as you can see, I'm just sprinkling over the seeds on half of the container. This process is very easy and very fun. I'm just sprinkling the seeds evenly over half of the pot, and then after that, for marking purposes, I'm going to put 1 dry red chili. I'm keeping these as for marking purposes, as we need to know which side is red chili and which side is green chili so we don't get mixed up between the two seeds. Now that we're done sprinkling the seeds, we're going to take some of the soil and sprinkle it over the seeds. Make sure that all of the seeds are being covered, as this will make sure that they will grow. Try to dab the soil with light hands, and this will provide protection for the seeds to allow it to grow without the seeds flying away. However, make sure that you don't fill the soil all the way to the top of the pot. Now, as you can see, there are some small seeds that can be seen, and they will not grow if this happens. Make sure that you put soil on top of the seeds so that way they grow. Now we're going to put a container under this pot to make sure that there isn't a big mess on the table. Now we're going to put some water in the pot, and we're going to put a lot of water to make sure that the soil is properly wet. As you can see, now the soil is really wet, and because we poked holes, excess water is spilling from under the pot. Water draining from the pot is a good thing as that makes sure that the excess water escapes from the pot. We're going to keep this pot in a shaded area for 3 days or until the soil gets dry. Make sure you don't water the pot until you feel the dryness in the soil. This is our shaded area. This is the plant after 15 days. This is the plant after 45 days. Next, we're going to plant ginger. For the ginger, we need to cut these ends off, which are the nodes, into small thin slices. This will allow this plant to grow very well. The center of the ginger can be used for cooking. We can use this method for all underground plants. Now we're just going to cut the nodes into thin slices. Some of these underground plants are turmeric and ginger. Next, we're going to put soil in the cup. We cannot use any thin cup like this because the roots of ginger are very big. For this, we're going to need a plastic cup or a milk bottle. First, we poke some holes in it. Now we're going to put half a cup of the wet soil that we had previously used. We're going to fill the cup halfway through with the soil and just making sure that the soil is evenly spread with our hands. Then we are going to take the nodes that we cut in thin slices and put them in the soil. Make sure that the nodes are pointed upwards and the cut side are pointed towards the soil. We are doing this because the nodes are where the sprout will come from and the cut side is where the roots will grow. Then we're going to put some more soil over the top just so that to provide protections for the seeds. Now we have made 2 of these cups and now we are going to label them. Make sure for these that you water them over. For every plant, after we are done with potting, we have to water it and then we put it in a shaded area until the soil gets dry. This is baby ginger, which is after 30 days. For the full grown ginger, it will come after 6 to 8 weeks. Next, we are going to plant carom and fenugreek seeds. For this plant, we will have to use a narrow and shallow container. Make sure you poke your holes in it. Then we're going to fill it with soil of 1/2, and then we're going to take our seeds and we're going to sprinkle it gently over the soil in 1 cup. Make sure that you do not put too many seeds as then there will not be enough space for the seeds to grow. Then we are going to fill it up with soil. Make sure you don't fill it to the brim and just make sure that there's a slight layer of soil just to protect the seeds. We're going to do this process on the fenugreek seeds as well. After that, all we need to do is label these plants just to make sure we don't get confused between which plant is which. Fenugreek seeds are microgreens which can be used in salads and are very delicious. The other plant can be used as oregano and which is really yummy in pizza. Fenugreek will grow after 7 days like this. For the carom seeds to sprout, we will have to wait for 15 days. Next, let's grow mustard greens. For these plants, we will have to water the soil like normal and then we will have to fill up the moist soil into the cup at 3/4 amount. After that, we will have to take our mustard seeds and sprinkle it gently over the soil. Make sure that you don't put too many seeds, as that will not allow enough space for all of the seeds to grow. Make sure that you label the plants, which will make sure that you do not get confused between all the plants. On top of the seeds, put a gently compacted and thin layer of soil. This is how mustard seeds look after 7 days. Always remember to reuse, reduce, and recycle. And for this, I'm going to cut a milk carton in half. Next, I'm going to grow cilantro. For this, I will have to put 3/4 soil. However, because this is a milk carton and the material is very flexible, make sure that you put a lot of soil and make sure you compact it around the edges so the seeds will remain there. Next, for these seeds, we will have to make sure that we crack them open so that they grow properly. For this, we're going to rub the seeds between our palms so that the seeds break open. This will allow the plant to grow quickly. We might need to do this around 3 times. Then we're going to take the seeds and sprinkle them over the soil. Cilantro has a very good fragrance and can be used in guacamole and gravy. This is how cilantro looks after 7 days, and this is how it looks after 40 days. This process only took me an hour and is very healthy. Nature always nourishes you, however, it needs your time and effort in order for this change to happen. Stay tuned for part 2, where we will learn how to harvest all plants and we will learn how to grow tomatoes and many more. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more of these fun videos. Please subscribe to Quarantine Fun with Ours and share this video with all your friends. Thank you for watching.